My dad used to say this thing whenever he was trying to start something. It's like standing on the banks of the Rubicon. The Rubicon was this river that Caesar crossed. It's supposed to be this point of no going back. My dad took this to mean that the first step was the hardest, that once he started something, he couldn't go back, he would just finish it. Of course, sometimes you realize that the first step is just the first step of many steps, that all of the steps are hard. Making these videos is the second thing. I've tried to make my first video, 5 times now? I think part of me doesn't believe it. I think most of me doesn't believe it. If I really realize that all of my friends and family are gone forever, that I'm on the unfit side of survival of the fittest, why would I even go on, much less make videos about the experience? To make these videos is to come face to face with that reality. It feels huge, it feels unknowable, but while the size of certain depressing realities is debatable, this one certainly isn't unknowable. A specific virus with a specific name and a specific effect wiped out everyone I have ever known, and all I have left is their whine and this. I saw a play once that calls it a brick. Something you carry around in your pocket. That never leaves, and that's what you have instead of everyone you ever knew. I've been thinking a lot about the old man. Pre-zombification, my father was already obsessed with corn. He used to tell me that corn was in control of us. We got this idea from some book, and he'd come up with all these stupid sayings. Stuff like, corn wants the world to contain more corn, so corn evolves us to agree with it. Corn tells us we can make sugar out of corn, or fuel out of corn, or plastic out of corn, etc. The flu makes us cough, which spreads the flu. Corn makes us corn hungry, which spreads corn. My dad never ceased to be amazed by this idea. Like, for years he would talk about it. We'd be eating mashed potatoes and he'd say, "You know what? Potatoes are impossible without corn. That corn, it's everywhere." He meant this metaphorically, although it is now nearly true literally. I think my dad was so fascinated by this idea because he realized on some level that he wasn't in control of his desires. I think he woke up every morning in his nice house with his granite countertops and hardwood floors and wondered why he wanted hardwood floors and granite countertops, wondered who precisely was running his life. I think most people never stop to realize why they like Pop-Tarts or Rainful Showerheads or Game of Thrones on Blu-ray or whatever it is they like. And while my father never abandoned the narrowly circumscribed suburban life he was fated to desire, the why of it nagged him. I've, obviously, inherited that penchant for intellectualism, a character flaw that these days can only be eradicated but getting thoroughly Z'd up. Anyway, I've been thinking about the old man because it was a year ago today that I shot him in the chest with a hollow point .45 caliber bullet. He kind of smiled as he fell backwards into the couch. He took a minute to die, and it was the smilingest minute I'd ever seen from him. A lot of the Z'd up smile when you kill him. My mom was 2 weeks later. I woke up and she was... You know what? I think I'm gonna give this a 6th try tomorrow.